All right. So, rope flows, right? No color scheme that is relatively reggae colors, green and yellow. This is technically what I call my jujitsu rope, though, because I only use this to warm up on non-abrasive surfaces like streets and asphalt or the sidewalk, concrete. So I usually warm up and then kind of like afterwards do this rope flow before classes of jiu-jitsu. I say classes as if I've been going lately, but I really haven't. And that's something I gotta keep myself accountable for. But there's ropes that you can use any type of way. All ropes, jump ropes, mountain climbing ropes, but in particular on Amazon they have this thing called the RMT rope. I probably heard what the acronym means, but you could just Google it. But these ropes I actually got from Nissan's Stronger Human store. Since I got these ropes, I think some of these ropes are not available anymore due to changing of manufacturing and production. But a little history about when I started. I think I started actually just from seeing a YouTube short of some guy just tossing ropes around. I was like, wow, that looks very intuitive. And I just bought a rope and tried to do that monkey see, monkey do mentality. Like those majority of jiu-jitsu practitioners learn is just copying what their professor or instructor is doing, right? So when doing these rope flows, it just depends on what kind of rope you use. And relatively, you start with what's called the basic fundamentals of rope flow. It's just a basic race and chase, just like this. Checking how the rope just going over one side of my shoulder and making like kind of this figure eight. If you're looking at the end of the rope where it's long, that's kind of how it is. And notice how I'm not using, oh, there goes my glasses. Now this is the reverse race and chase. But what was I saying? Notice how I'm not, how right now actually, I was trying to say this, but now I'm just using my arms, right? And see how my body is in a stationary position, which is not helping you anyways. So what you want to do is kind of like get your body moving. And right now I'm feet together, but you kind of want to be in that staggered combat stance when you're doing this, so you can get the full shift of body weight into this rope flow. Just like that. And you can switch your feet configuration and keep it going. Now, I honestly believe that everyone should just join Nissan's school community, because majority of all the rope flow and the matrix that he provides is free. Evidently it's free with participation, right? Free with participation, and then you can get access to other modules that show you different ways to do tricks. The rack's kind of in my way, so, and my glasses are on the floor. Let me move those. But this is the rope that I enjoy using for majority of almost my workout. I've been through like at least 3 different ropes, and then like there's other weighted ropes as well, like this one. This is called the Ghost Shark. I don't see it on the Nissan's Stronger Human store anymore, but this has like threaded grip right here. I'm not sure if the camera can focus on this where I'm looking at, but and it's weighed at 1.5 kilograms. So when you utilize this rope, you get more of that centrifugal force, right? That imaginary force, where the faster you go, the more you can feel the weight trying to leave your hands. That's why you got to keep that grip in. And when I like just tossing and doing rope flows with this giant, I could feel it in my grip. My forearms starting to fatigue too. So I think I think right now, what I believe like for jiu-jitsu, how it helped me is being more mobile, more flexible, and longevity. Because the reason these rope flows are not most people know about it is because it takes time. It really does. Trust me, I've been doing this for about a year and a half, and I can't remember the time when I actually started this. I just started twirling the rope around my head like a cowboy, thinking that was working. It just takes time. It really does. If you're really adamant on learning this new skill, just like jiu-jitsu, it's not going to be done over a day or a week. It's going to take months and months and months, and then maybe years and years, and then you can start being more proficient. I kind of developed my own little flow where I kind of like move around a little bit, kind of like do like these little stagger steps. But doing this, and just to tie it all together, is the rope flows help out with flexion, twisting, contraction, and extension of your spine, because your spine is meant to do all those kind of relatively 360 angles of movement. And when majority of people do like weighted lifts or anything like that, the main three for PRs, you got your deadlift, squats, and bench press. Your spine is relatively in a rigid, stiff position all the time. And that is, and Neeson talks about this too, it just doesn't relatively help with your spine longevity if he is always in that rigid, stiff axle, let's just say. So that's why when you're doing this, right, you can feel it. It's almost like a dance. You're flowing, and that's where the rope flow comes into it. It should be relatively easy for your body to maneuver in this space, right? It should be. And then within time, you'll feel the benefits. You start getting into some of these skill sets, and then you can just relatively do this by yourself and just be lost in it. Because once you do it as enough, there's a point where you get into what's called the flow state, and you just tend to just go with it. Doesn't think about anything. You don't have to think about how to do a racing chase or a windmill or underhand groove or the cheetah tail, anything like that. It just happens naturally because you'll feel it. You feel it in your body. You feel the weight of the rope. And yeah. So I just recommend everyone just join the school, Neeson School, if you want to like look into doing this. I can help out where I can, but I think his program is just already set in stone. So hopefully this will help motivate everyone else to kind of do this. And there's videos of him saying that he's about to do jiu-jitsu, just trying to get loosened up, or post jiu-jitsu rolls he'll do afterwards, just getting kind of kinks that he feels during his routine. So all right, y'all, take care. I'm going to try my best to try to be more active in the community. But yeah, that's my challenge for myself for the rest of the year. Peace.